What's up, you guys? Welcome to today's trade recap. Today I'm going to be going over the two trades that I took. Really bad work, not my best trading in the slightest bit this past week. But this is the reason why I made the channel. I have to be accountable to someone, to something, in order to get better and to become a better trader. So I'm going to be going over everything, my entire thought process for today, how I ended up taking two pretty bad losses, and yeah, we're just going to be breaking everything down. So prior to market open, I was leaning bearish. And so the reason for that is ignoring this candle, we're obviously disrespecting bullish PD arrays, respecting bearish. And we can see that by what happened overnight in London session. So overnight, London session, price came up. We're respecting this. I think there was a 1 hour here. Yeah, so respecting the 1 hour gap here. We have an SMT at London highs here with ES. If we go over to the 15-minute ES here, have an SMT here. So that means that London highs right here, this high that we have over here, is going to be protected. So I don't expect price to trade up here at all doing New York session. And so when I woke up this morning around 5 a.m., I was like, all right, we're obviously going to come take Asia low. So just going to be bearish. Went to the gym, came back, and yeah, let's go to open. So where are we here? It's open. Yeah, so going into open before this crazy move lower, essentially what I had marked out was this intermediate high up here, as well as this internal sell side here. So I mean, going down into the 1 minute time frame, this is obvious low resistance liquidity. And then we had some small equal highs up here, but I was more so focused on the 15-minute swing high, as well as the 15-minute intermediate high inside. We had also had unfilled hourly above here. So bias going into today is obviously bearish until proven wrong. So ideal setup that I was looking to see at open was price come up here. Maybe we get like an SMT. Get an SMT at the high, and then we can go lower here to this low resistance liquidity, as well as the previous weekly low that we have down here, which was my main draw for the day, as well as the intermediate low. So was looking for this at open. I was also open to taking longs off of this to catch maybe a 930 Judas up to the highs up here, but yeah, we didn't get that. So let me speed this shit up. Yeah, so price came down, open lower at open. I was looking at this to see if we had it. We had this 2 minute. If we inverse this 2 minute and got good displacement, I would have taken this to this high, because this is just low resistance liquidity. And then maybe that would start the move rotating lower to the downside. Yeah, so here, just watching. I want to see at least this intermediate term low get hit. Bang. That's exactly what happens. I think at the same point around here, on ES, we took the previous weekly low. So automatically, we have an SMT at this low. So that's what I'm mainly looking for here. Now, in order for me to flip my bias here and want to be bullish, looking for a rebalance, I need to see if we have any 5 minutes or highest time frame in the leg. So we do have this 5 minute here. This 5 minute unfilled fair value gap. So with what I'm trading as an ICT trader, I'm trading a mechanical model from PB Trading. Shout out Blake for the model. So that's what I'm looking for here. When we displace, 150 points, like, we're probably going to have a rebalance. But first, we're going to need to generate some liquidity. So right now, just staying patient. Nothing really I see yet. Right now, we're just generating liquidity. We filled this new 5 minute here, But in order for me to go short, I would need something like a clear short to go lower. Now we did have this 2-minute here, which I was deliberating taking here after we reswept this 5-minute high. We have the soup. I think we also had an SMT at this point, with not the 5-minute, but this candle here. So take the 2-minute continuation short down to this intermediate low with the bearish bias, but we unfortunately, this candle closed taking out the internal low, so that would have been my break-even point. So no trade there. Now simply just staying patient, seeing what we want to do. At this point, all of this wants to get ran. So if I'm going to go long, I'm going to need to see probably a higher time frame condition that's going to have to get disrespected. And so we have this unfilled 5-minute at this point. It's 9:56. We also have 10 a.m. Orange folder news. So I'm just keeping an eye on that. And so bang, 10 a.m. news comes out. We actually tap the 5-minute on ES, print SMT at this high. We hold the 5-minute fair value gap as well as the 15-minute fair value gap. We open up. So we have unfilled 15-minute up here. But mechanically, this is an A+ setup. Overall high time frame bearish bias. If I'm going to be bearish, I want to see a 1 hourly open high low close to go to previous weekly low. So 10 a.m. candle opens high. This is a data wick as well, so keeping this in mind. If there was an imbalance in here, since I trade inversion fair value gaps, I would have taken this trade. And there's still was actually a really good discretionary play right here on this exact candle at the change in the state. Why does my chart look like this? This is data highs. And this is we'll just throw this down, 15-minute. But yeah, so if there was an imbalance here, I'm probably taking this. Stop loss probably above this body, because if we're going to come over here, it's probably high probability we're going to come to day highs. Want to come down here, this sell side. So this high time frame SMT that we have down here is simply just serving as a means to rebalance the 5-minute. And that's exactly what we did. And so the discretionary play that I forward tested here was taking the change in the state. So I'm not a change in the state trader, so I'm not going to take something that's not my model. I know, crazy for me to say when I show you the two ridiculous trades that I took after this. But this is a great setup, discretionary. This close also took the internal low, so break even is probably non-existent in this trade. But this ended up playing out. And so from here, we still have this SMT intact. So now that we've taken out sell side, internal, external sell side, I guess this can be considered, I want to see us take internal sell side. And so now I can get rid of all this. Now I'm simply looking to see this 15-minute and data highs get ran. And so if you know anything about trading, you understand that this is accumulation here. Price is accumulating, manipulating for us to distribute higher. So AMD, if you know anything about ICT, that's that. So I'm essentially looking to catch the highest time frame inversion to the unfilled data high in 15-minute. So these are really high probability liquidity pools. We also have an unfilled 5-minute up here. So zooming in, we have a 3-minute here. So, all right, if I'm going to be looking to take this trade to data highs, I would have to enter here. No, not true. Highest time frame in the leg that caused the manipulation is going to be this 1-minute fair value gap. And so this is essentially my bread and butter setup. And this candle did me so dirty. I was literally ready to execute. Stop below in this case, I had it below the candlestick body because this is a high time frame SMT. We very well could wick this, but at this point, like, we've already seen price manipulate, and this is a 3 candlestick inversion. So when price is pretty clear and price is moving well, like, it's just going to be 3 candlesticks right through this inversion fair value gap up to the drawn liquidity, the data high, unfilled 15-minute. So I need to get a clear close above this to take the long. And so this candle obviously did not happen. We did get it on ES, but I've only back tested executions on NASDAQ, so I'm not going to take it on ES. I mean, this is like an A plus, very high conviction play. If we got this on NQ, like I would probably feel fine full porting this. But we missed out on the candle close by, just a little bit. And so after that, next candle runs. We take the internal high here, and yeah, didn't get an entry. So from there, I mean, I still want longs to this high. So I'm just seeing what we're doing here. And we open up a 5-minute. So now I'm just waiting. This is now the next viable trade idea. We get the 5-minute inversion since that's the highest time frame in the leg. So 5-minute gets a close. And I had a limit order at the 5-minute fair value gap and never got tapped in. So price just ran to TP without me. And so at this point, we put in an SMT at this high. And I mean, I'm looking at this, I'm like, all right, is this actually an SMT? It is a valid SMT, but these are relative equal highs. And this is very strong liquidity. But we did take data highs, so we can take that off. But at this point, I'm looking to see if we can get a continuation to the 15-minute as well as the 5-minute. And so from there, we open up this new 5-minute fair value gap. So I'm simply just staying patient. I want to see what we do here off of this level. And so this is the 5-minute. We also have a 3-minute here, right here. So, I mean, I guess this is like a turtle soup entry. You enter right here off of this low, like stop below the low. But like this is just way too premium. This is not a good long. We also do have, this is the 1-minute change in the state. So I was watching this. But I really just want to see this 5-minute low get hit. And so if I'm going to be bullish to these relative equal highs, this 5-minute fair value gap should hold. And it doesn't. We inverse the 5-minute fair value gap. So technically speaking, the draw is lower now. Because, if I'm playing a condition-based game, we invert the 5-minute fair value gap, I can expect price to continue to be bearish to run to, the draw on liquidity. And so this here is the moment that I should have stepped off. We're nearing the 10:30 mark, which in my rules is where I'm supposed to step off the charts. I did not catch a setup, my bread and butter A+ setup here in the continuation short, nor the macro reversal long. So at this point, probably should just be stepping off. But I do see that we do have a clear reaction off of, well, I mean, it's really nothing. Like, what's the argument here? This fair value gap? Like, this is not, I don't trade like this. No. But so anyway, I see we open this 1-minute fair value gap. And I'm like, all right, if we can get clean displacement through this looks pretty good for a continuation long. Because we also have the equal highs up here. Remember? 5-minute, 15-minute fair value gap. When price action's good, normally a continuation model like this will work. And I mean, just in my journal, like I can show you, like this is an A+ continuation model here. Like we're obviously, in this case, we're obviously bullish. We have prices generating liquidity, come back down, tap into an unfilled 15-minute. Again, SMT with ES, clear inversion. In this case, it took a few candles, but it's a clear and obvious inversion of the highest time frame fair value gap in the leg. And this was a pretty discretionary fair value gap. You might be wondering, like, isn't there like a 5-minute or something? Yeah, there's a 5-minute here. But just look at this, like super clean delivery, super obvious targets. That's what an A+ continuation looks like. This is also discount of the leg. Like if I was trying to long this, up here, that would be pretty premium, and that wouldn't be favorable risk to reward. And so here, there's no SMT, nothing like that. I mean, yeah. So at this point, this candle's like up here. I'm like, all right, is a third trade really not gonna happen for me? And like we don't get the close here. We get the close here, so I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna limit order this, take it to the. I mean, realistically, I think this probably could run all the way up here, but around a 1 to 1.2. I like trading 1 to 1 RRs. High win rate model with a low risk to reward is what's going to print on prop firms. And so I limit order here. Buy limit. I was in for one contract. Sell stop down here at the low, because, I mean, if we're going to disrespect this, we're probably just going to go lower. And right there is, yeah, we re-inverse this. So, like, this is arguably an entry in itself. This. Maybe, like, you throw something here, but, like, I can't short with low resistance liquidity. And so, yeah, stopped out there. After that is, just got to get on with the day. Like, draw is obviously lower. And then from here, bro, probably should have just taken this shit to the casino. Like, really tried, like, a turtle soup long off of, like, this SMT here. But the draw is obviously lower on ES. I mean, like, look at the 5-minute candle. We do not have any indication that we're going to reverse here. This was simply me just trying to make back the loss. And this got stopped out for however much it was. I think it was like an extra like 400. That was like the whatever, like the loss daily loss limit for the Tradify accounts. And yeah, that's it. So I should have stepped off after we inverse this 5-minute, because that's just an indication that price action is not favorable anymore. Especially after leaving these relative equal highs. I mean, I'm not too upset about this setup. Like, I definitely think that I probably should have just stayed out given the time of it. 10:28. We don't have time on our side. We're not in a macro. So yeah, probably just shouldn't have taken it. Like, I've seen better setups, and this is like, I knew entering this is like, all right, we've already had the main move up here. I wasn't able to catch this move up here. So, yeah, it's probably just not going to happen. So, yeah, I'll show you the executions. There are my executions. So, stop out here. And then this fucking nonsense trade. Yeah, that's it. So, obviously, not good habits. This is not a good long. Should have just stepped off after we invert the 5-minute because the draw is lower. And then this is like, all right, we might as well just go to the casino at that point. So 2 losses on the day, both not good trades. But I do think that there are some lessons to take away from this. Number one is that when we invalidate the condition, so when I'm looking for this continuation long, after we invert this 5-minute, if I'm going to be bullish to the 15-minute, I need to see this candle hold this 5-minute. And what price do? We went right through it. And we already are bearish. Like, there's no reason for us to come and take this. The market is most definitely due for retrace down to, the previous weekly low. And we'll see what happens from here, whether we want to go and take the Friday terror low, or we want to reverse and just go to new all-time highs. Because we do have this unfilled daily. Probably open up a new unfilled daily if we sell off on Monday. But yeah, I mean, like, obviously frustrating to end the week like this. This has by no means been my best trading week, even close to it. It's been probably one of the worst weeks I think I've ever had in the markets. And that's just me being honest, because, coming off of taking a pretty substantial payout for the first time. And my psychology has definitely been struggling a little bit. I tried to scale a little bit too quickly last week, And this week, I'm just taking bad setups. I think I focused on the money a little bit too much. And so that's not to take away from the technical edge I have in the market. I can just, I don't know where my FX replay is. Pull it up real quick. Like the reassuring thing in this is that when I'm taking losses that aren't my model, I still have an edge in the market. So I mean, like the stats can speak for itself. Nearly 400 trades, 80% win rate. Have almost back tested all of 2022, as well as what the date recap was from the recent Discord server that I was in with PB. So I obviously do have a technical edge in the market, but if I don't follow my rules, I can't expect to have an edge. So being able to take a payout, that was me following my rules. Stepping off at 10:30 if there's not a clear and obvious setup. Taking one trade max, having proper risk management. All those things are really important to me as a trader if I really want to go all in with this and really change my life with it. And so I can obviously see the light ahead at the end of the tunnel. I mean, this is obviously a really frustrating video to make when these losses are super preventable. But yeah, the reason why I'm making this video is so I can look back and learn from this rather than just pushing this aside. Because in all honesty, I've broken my rules way too many times this year. And it's part of the reason why, obviously, I've had a decent amount of success this year in my trading, starting to actually take things seriously. But I just went through like all my notebooks, my trading notebooks, like all of these, I don't know if you can see this, all of these days here in the journal, they're bad habit days, and it's a lot. So obviously have a lot to work on in terms of just psychology. So obviously going to go back, look at price. I always do a like back testing the previous week on Saturday. So today's Friday, gonna get some schoolwork done, get on with the rest of my day here. Review price action this week because I struggled a lot in all honesty, and I think coming away from all-time high conditions, I was getting pretty used to that. So it's obviously good that we've sold off now and that we're gonna get some more efficient price action. But yeah, really have a lot to take away from this week. So I'm looking forward to taking away the lessons and seeing where I can improve for next week. We do have a bank holiday on Tuesday, I believe. I can't remember off the top of my head what the specific holiday is. So probably will size lower on Monday. I mean, with these accounts right now, I'm trading 5 combines on Tradify copy trading. So with this, I think I have about like $1,600 left of drawdown on these combines. So probably going to have to cash like a turtle soup or just like a really clean distribution move like this here and actually get the close in order to save these accounts. But we'll see what we can do. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's trade recap. Hope if you guys are watching this, you have some sort of value to extract. I know that all I have to do here is just follow my rules. And I'm hoping that by making these videos over time, I can just start following my word and, follow my rules. Because, at the end of the day, that's all I can control. Regardless of what happens in the setup, I can only control what I'm doing prior to that take profit or stop loss is hit. So, yeah, that's going to be it for today. Hope you guys have a good weekend, and I'll see you guys next week. See ya.